Mhm. Okay. All right. So let's look at this question number 5. Question number 5, part C. We have said that this is from professional firms, or is professional accounts. Professional accounts. You know that professional do prepare their what? The financial statement in a different way, because we have items which are different from other companies. We have items which are different from other companies. We say that professional firms like law firms, where we have the advocates, we have doctors, accountants. We also in that form of profession, we prepare, or these firms do prepare their financial statement in a different way, because if I consider the law firm, we don't expect them to have a product, a tangible product. But what they offer services. And therefore, for the income, we are not expecting them to have income like sales. They don't have revenue. They don't have revenue. But there are some fees charged. They charge fee for the service. Fee charge. So these are some of the terms that we are going to look at. Fee charge. Then there were some maybe cases which were in progress, work in progress, or let's say cases in progress. Aha. These are the terms. Cases in progress. Cases in progress. Disbursement. Aha. Victor is adding a point there. Disbursement. So we find that now here we don't have some of the items that are found in other companies, right? So we are going to draw financial statements, both the income statement and the balance sheet for this company. For these advocates, I can see we have the extracted trial balance from the Kakai and Kambaze, a firm of participating advocate as at that 1st July 2024. So this is just a trial balance from these guys. So from that trial balance class, there are some things that we can deduce, like cash at bank, client's account, cash at bank, office account. You can see cash is a current what? It is a current asset. Therefore, those items will go to the balance sheet. Then we have furniture, fitting, and library books. Still, that is an uncurrent what? An uncurrent asset, balance sheet item. Insurance expense. Somebody to reshare that paper. There are some people who have just joined. Somebody to reshare that paper. We are looking at August 2024 past paper. That is FR past paper, August 2024 past paper. Somebody to reshare. Victor, is it possible for you to reshare the past paper so that people don't float? I give you like 5 seconds. Kindly reshare. You just attach it under the chat box. So keep looking at that trial balance. There's something here. Examiner told us about insurance expense. That will fall under expenses. Then we have disbursement on behalf of clients. I want somebody to tell me disbursement on behalf of clients. Let me check whether I'll be able to reshare again. Maybe Victor is experiencing some difficulty. So for those people who don't have the paper, that is the paper already attached there. So disbursement on behalf of the client. So, can somebody tell me, shall that be an expense? Not expense, but will it be an asset or a liability? Does that fall under asset or liability? I want to see. Victor is telling us that the disbursement on behalf of the client will be an asset. The disbursement on behalf of the client, disbursement on behalf of the client, disbursement on behalf of the client. Shall it be an asset or liability? Victor is telling us that it will be an asset. Are we in agreement? Are we in agreement? Are we in agreement? Anybody with a different, yeah, Brilliant Antombia, it will be a current asset. It will be a current asset. Anybody with a different view for the same? Disbursement on behalf of the client. Disbursement on behalf of the client. Anybody with a different view? Thank you so much. It will be a current what? It will be a current asset. It will be a current asset. Then we have work in progress as at 1st of August 2023. Class, it is always good to check when we are preparing these statements, right? We shall look at that in the question that the examiner has asked us to draw. Then we have client for the money held on their behalf. What about that? Client for the money held on their behalf. Shall that be an expense or not expense? Shall it be an asset or a liability? Client for the money held on their behalf. Shall that be a liability or an asset? Exactly. That will be a what? A current liability. A current liability. Then we have cost charged to clients. Cost charged to clients. We have communication expenses, printing and stationery, those are expenses, rental rates, salaries, drawings, capital account. So class, we are required, okay, we have additional information. The uncompleted work work on that 1st July 2024 was valued at 35,000. Then we have depreciation to be provided at 20% per annum on the book value of the furniture, fittings, and library books. So the depreciation rate is 20% on that item. Statement, you're required to come up with a statement of profit or loss for the year ended at 1st July 2024, and then statement of financial position as at that 1st July 2024. So if you look at that question, it was giving these the students very many marks. 9 marks ni marks mingi sana. So let's try to sort it. Let's try to sort it very fast. Let's try to sort it, and my line is failing me. Let's try to sort it very fast. Okay, so let's start. Let's start tackling the question. And Victor, the good work that you are doing, kindly forward that paper for those people who have just joined. So for the person who have just joined, don't worry, the paper will be shared shortly. The paper will be shared shortly. So during exam, kindly indicate KK advocate, KK advocate, statement of profit or loss, or loss for the year ended, that first. Thank you so much, Victor. So for anyone who have just joined, kindly download that paper. For the year ended, this was 31st July 2024, 31st of July 2024. And always scare the examiner by putting a line like that. You scare the examiner by putting a line like that. Then our sharings are in thousands. So some of the things that we have found that students do forget is to put these, truncate this figure. Once you forget to truncate the figure, remember whatever that you are telling us down here is long. And most students, those bright students, they do forget this. Once you forget this, remember, chochote chenye utaandika hapa, it's long. It's not correct. That's how. So it is always good to remember that. So class, we start with the income. So let's identify the income from that question. Kindly help me identify the income from that question. Can you help me identify the income? I think I had seen one. Do we have fees, fines? Do we have those things? cost charged to clients. Asante. We have cost charged to client. That is an income to this advocate, the KK advocate. Cost charged to client, and the value is how much? How much? How much is the value here now? 37,500. I hope you're able to see 37,500. So you can put them that in our second column. 37,500 cost charged to client. That is the income for this advocate. Then at this point, class, I think this cost, it was accumulated. The cumulative cost. So this is the total income. But remember, we had work in progress. Or cases in progress, work in progress. Both at the start of the year and at the end of the year. At the start of the year and at the end of the year. Always remember that we usually add closing whip. Always add closing whip. Hapa kwa income, closing whip you add unless opening whip. Work in progress or cases in progress. Wakati mwingine examiner will call it cases in progress. What is our closing whip? Another thing that disturbs students here. What is our, it is 3525. Thank you so much, Victor, for identifying that we don't bring the whole figure here. You see, under additional information, examiner will give you the whole figure. So when putting the figure here, we just have to eliminate 3 zeros. 35, 25, 35, 25, 35, 25, 35, 25. And then we have opening whip. What is the value of the opening whip? I think that is also given. 5520. Is it 5520? Yes, 5520. 5520. Now, class, you can give me the total here. How much? Remember, this is okay. If you put less here, it is not advisable to put a bracket here. But sometimes students tend to forget. Therefore, I advise that come and put your bracket here. Wakati mwingine, you know, during exam, when you are in that room, pressure is very high, right? So you tend to forget. So you add them, which is wrong. So can you give me this? Tapata ngapi hapa? This one. Plus 3525 minus 5520. I know it will be a minus, Ngapi? Itakuwa minus ngapi? 1995. Ili tukikuja hapa tupate total income. I think somebody gave us total income there as 35,505. 35,505. I think that will give you 35,505. Then we come to our expenses, less expenses. I advise all the students that when you are looking at the expenses, kindly start with additional information. So in our additional information, we have depreciation. So we can compute depreciation, which will be 20% of what? 20% of what? What is the value of those library books? What's the value of those? 6750. So we start there, 6750, because you may tend to forget. So what is the depreciation? 20% of 6750, 1350. You can just put them here. Then we move on. Insurance expense. Ningapi? 1275. Then we move to the next item. Any other item that you can identify as the expense? Communication expense. How much? Communication expense ni ngapi? Expenses ni ngapi? Communication expenses ni ngapi? Communication expenses ni ngapi? Is it 5250? Allah. Oh. Communication expenses 2730. Okay. Then we have they are following each other. Printing and stationery. Printing and stationery. Printing and stationery. Ni ngapi ndio 5250? 5250. Ah, good. You're doing on well. And if you don't have the paper, kindly talk. Rents and lets, then salaries. Rents and lets. Rents and lets ni ngapi? Rents and lets ni 9,000. Salaries. Salaries ni ngapi? What is the value of the salary? 10,800. 10,800, right? 10,800. So can we get, do we have any other expense that we have left? Any other expense that you can identify? Any other expense that that you can identify? No, I can see no. So can you give me the total expense? Can you give me the total expense? Total expense, just add all this. Just add all this. Total expense. Total expense. $30,405. 30,405. 405, right? So that one we deduct to get the profit for the year, net profit for the year, net profit. Net profit. Net profit itakuwa ngapi? We can conclude this. Our net profit 5,100. 5,100. 5,100. That is the net profit for the year. Then on the other side, we can come up with the balance sheet, the KK balance sheet very fast. This will be now very fast because already you guys understand. So I think I need to adjust a bit. Okay, now we can come up with the KK advocate. KK advocate, statement of financial position as at 31st of July 24. 31st of July 2024. Asante. So this we can use one column. Can use one column or two columns if you wish, whichever is easy. So let's use two columns. It's okay. Let's use two columns. It's okay. So in this case, we have to look at our assets. At this point, we start with an non-current what? Non-current assets. Our non-current asset class, we have one. I think we had one. This one, they called it, which name did they give the non-current? Furniture fitting and library books. Furniture fittings and library books. Furniture fitting and library books. Who will tell me what to record? Who will tell me what to record? What should I record in the second column? What should I record? What's the value? You can see I have 6750. 6750. Should I record 6750? Should I record 6750? Want somebody to guide me here? Should I? Okay, Margaret ananiambia yes. We should record net book value. Victor, Victor telling us that it should be the net book value. Anybody else? I like that. Anybody else with a different view? Anybody else with a different view? Under financial accounting, I remember you guys were told that you need to recognize the reduction of value of asset. you just recognize the reduction of value of assets. So you see, there was a depreciation of 1350 of that item, right? So we have to reduce that to get the net book value, So it is 6750 minus 1350. 6750 minus 1350. Unapata ngapi? What shall we get? It is question mwalimu. On total income, isn't it supposed to be that 7 minus, which is a plus of 37? Okay, a good question. Okay, I'll respond to that. A good question. 5400, asante, 5400. I'll respond to that. This is Dorcas. Dorcas, I'm going to respond to that. So this is, wait, given me that 5400, right? 5400. So guys, let's come back here. So Dorcas, for them to get this is now a negative from this. This negative is derived from this. Already, the negative of lessing is here. So when we come to this, it will be just this minus this, direct. It is the same way na kusema 37,500 plus 3525 minus 5520. Dorcas, ebu fanya hiyo. It will give you this. It will give you this. Just confirm. The same, hii kutoa hii ni same na kusema hivi. Dorcas, have you confirmed that it is reading to the same? It is leading to the same because hii ilikuwa kidogo na ilikuwa mingi, ndio ikakupatia negative. Ndio maana, so hiyo negative haiwezi kuwa, tutaiweka mara mbili. I hope you understand. I hope you understand. Good. Now 5400, we did not have any other item that falls under current assets, but we had current assets. Current asset class, tuko na gani? Which one do we have? Asante. Which one do we have under current assets? It's a very genuine question. Current asset class naona kama kwamba tuko na nini sasa? Do we have cash at bank, and also this cash for the client and also for the office? Cash for client now for the office. So for the client class is 3720, and the other one is 8355. Any other item that you can identify? Just look at, we have this disbursement on behalf of the client. So, no, disbursement on behalf of the client. Disbursement. How much is it? Disbursement was 13,500. 13,500. Any other item? That we have under this? Any other item? Tuko na item ingine? Yes. This closing whip. This closing whip is at the end. Closing work in progress. It's at the end, which was 3525. Do we have any other current asset? Any other current asset that you can identify from this question? I think those were the asset that we had. Can you add them? Add all these with the total current asset so that we are able to get the total asset here. Total asset. Then we look at capital and liability. So what's the total? 29,100. 29,100. So what is the total asset? Total asset, we add the two. You add the two. 5,400 plus that. Then we go to, I see we have capital, hapa. Capital, then net profit, less drawing. 34,500, 34,500. Why did I underline this? I should not. 34,500. I should underline there. 34,500. Capital, what's the value of the capital? Now, the others, we can put them in the second column. Capital is 3,600. 3,600. 3,600. Net profit, we just got it here, 5,100. 5,100. Somebody to tell me, how much is our drawing? How much is our drawing? How much is our drawing? 9K. Drawing is 9,000. And remember, we are subtracting. We are subtracting. Another item. You can get your gross capital. Although, let's go to the current liability. Current liability. Let's go to the current liability. We have payable, trade payable. Do we have trade payable? I saw something. Account payable. Account payable ni ngapi? Account payable ni ngapi? Account payable ni ngapi? Yes, we have it. 4080. 4080. Can just put 48 here. Then we have another item, query. Yes. We have client for the money held on behalf of the year. I held on the year behalf. Money held on the year behalf. Sasa hiyo si ni liability kwa hii advocate. Na ni ngapi? That's 720. That's 720. That's 720. Any other item that and if you've just joined and you don't have the question, you're looking at this is August 2020, August 2024. Question number 5C. August 2024, question number 5C. So do you have anything else? Any other item? Any other item that will affect us here? No. So we can add all of them to see whether it reconciles. Reconcile. Does it reconcile? 34. Margaret is confirming that it is really reconciling. 34. This is very good. Anybody who did this paper and was able to alive to that? Najua kunao hapa. Kuna watu walifanya hii paper. Anybody who did this paper last semester? Ilikuwa 21st. Sasa umeanza kujimakia hapa sasa. Ama nyote mnataka sasa kuingia FR. Join the class yesterday. Tukafunzwa. Oh, ndio maana unasonga hivyo. Good. Yes. That is the way it should be. That is the way it should be. That is the way it should be. Oh, your first class. Okay, Margaret, karibu sana. So anybody who have not joined us, anybody who have not joined the class, you see now the results zimeanza kutoka. Results zimeanza kutoka. By next week, you'll be having your results. For those people waiting for results. If you have not enrolled with us, kindly contact this number to get more information. Or 555,000. 555,000. Yes. Remember, we usually charge 4,800. That is per unit. And currently, we are allowing you to pay a commitment fee of 1,500 per unit as you wait for your exam. So just decide and make that step. It's a bold step. It's a bold step towards your success, toward your success, toward your success. So that is it. That is it. That is it. I know that you've gained something from that. Gained something from that. And I welcome a question. Is there anyone with a question? Anyone with a question? Anyone with a question? Anyone with a question? I know you understand our pay bill, the pay bill. Anyone with a question before we end our session? Anyone with a question before we end our session? Before we end our session? All right. If there's no question, I encourage you to make an informed decision to join our ongoing classes as early as now, so that you can prepare adequately for December exam. You can see now exam will be starting from 2nd of December. 2nd of December. 2nd of December. Otherwise, thank you so much for having time to attend our today's session. I really appreciate. It could not be possible without you. It could not be possible without you. I have been your your lecturer, CPA Steven. And don't forget that we are having early morning sessions for PFT, FM, FR, right? In the intermediate level. And also those units are found in the evening. So if you wish to join any of the session, kindly contact our customer care number, customer care using that number. Otherwise, when in our afternoon 4, let's meet next time. Asante. Goodbye.